welcome back to Waifu Wars. I'm your travel agency telling you why you should book your next trip to Adola.
And I am that horse that's challenging you to challenging you to a race, Silveroni. You
Welcome
threw
back
me off by
to.
not saying your name at the end of your spiel. That's what.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot that. Hi guys, I'm Dewey Doo.
It
Welcome
totally
back.
messed with my brain chemistry.
Welcome back to the next episode of Waifu Wars. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb, but not your waifu because she's stuck in Adela girl and we don't know how she's coming back.
Well, sucks for her. Hopefully,
It
your waifu's
sucks
not
for
the
her.
nun.
How you doing, Oni?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Drew?
I'm also doing okay. Usually this would go into a whole spiel about something cute about to happen this week, but bitch, we don't have time for that. We
Nope.
have a lot to talk about, especially concerning our news. So without any further ado, let's get right into it with our new segment this week in anime, where we will be talking about something that I hate talking about every
Oh boy.
year.
Oh boy.
The Crunchyroll Anime Awards. So yep, we're just gonna go right down the list. I had another piece of news, but depending on how long this is, we may get to it, we may not.
I feel like
Um,
depending on our ranting, this might go on for a while. But
right,
we'll try to keep it
exactly,
brief.
exactly. I mean, honestly, if it's fine, we can save my news for like next week. Um,
Do you want to start from the top or like?
yes.
All right.
Well, wait, or do you want to start, or do you want to go from the bottom up?
Let's go from the top because I feel like everyone knows what the anime of the year is, but the other
Okay.
ones are just as egregious.
Okay, right. I agreed. I'm so glad I didn't skim below until literally just like a second, right as I was like introducing
Mm-hmm.
the what we're talking about, and then I got even more upset.
Yeah, you're gonna get triggered by one in particular, I think.
I don't know if I found it already. So yeah, let's just rip the band-aid off. Anime of the year, Solo Leveling.
Keep in mind, this is solo leveling season 1, not even season 2. This is season 1
Oh, that
that was
hurts
up for
even
nomination.
more. And it lost to it beat Dandanan. It beat Delicious in Dungeon. It beat
Ugh.
Freeren. Apothecary Diaries, Soul Level. Well, I mean, sorry, Soul Leveling's at one, and Kaiju number 8 were also
I've not seen
nominated.
Kaiju number 8, but I'm willing to bet anything it's
Better
deserved it
than
more
Soul
than solo
Leveling, yes,
leveling.
agree. I would agree. I would agree. This is easily like, yeah, it's easily like the worst choice.
I think of
But you
all the
know,
bad awards, like because we do this every year, and it's always some stupid
yeah.
show that wins. But it's like
This is
of
like the
all
most
the bad ones,
egregious.
this is the worst because Free Ren is legit one of the best anime I've ever seen in my life, and I think a lot of people agree with that, considering it's number 1 on my anime list. Dan to Dan was like a sensation over the summer,
Right.
and
Then it was fun. The Delicious in Dungeon, so like
yeah, that's
literally, we did not
amazing.
expect to be so good. Apothecary Diaries. Well, I wouldn't give it Anime of the Year. I would say it has incredible writing.
Yeah, it's like the anti-solo leveling. It's all writing and no
Exactly.
aura. It's like
Exactly. And then Kaiju number 8, which I still
yeah.
enjoyed more than Soul Leveling.
All right.
So I guess, but no, people are just like, no, he builds or like
He's
I hate
built
that it's like,
different. Ugh.
right. I literally hate like this is like the it what's what I'm looking for. It's kind of like the meme, but it's not a meme because it's the end of the fucking year. Like, what are we
Yeah, it's
doing?
like you got story, plot, and characters. We got aura. I'm in.
Right. Okay. Anime film of the year. The winner was Look Back. I didn't watch any of the
Yeah,
anime,
I
so
have no dog in this fight. I didn't see any
yeah,
anime film.
me neither. Okay. Global Impact Award goes to Attack on Titan. I feel like that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Attack on Titan. Best continuing anime series. goes to Demon Slayer.
which I also do not get. Like, I get it because it's Demon Slayer, but did you see the Hashira arc? It's literally the only one we didn't cover on the podcast because it's so bad. Like, it's all four.
I did watch it. Yes, I did watch it. Yeah, getting that over My Hero season 7 is kind of insane, but okay.
Yeah, over My Hero, over Oshinoko, over Spy Family.
I was like, that's a little
Bleach.
Oh, I'm not even saying this season was like a bad one, in my opinion.
I don't
think it was like
of the Demon Slayer seasons. This is definitely the low end of the low point, I would say. But it's supposed to be. It's just it's literally just a training arc.
Yeah, like it was good for what it was. I didn't. Yeah, do I think it should win this award? No, but you know, the kids, they don't. You know, whatever. Okay, best new anime series. Solo Leveling,
clearly has more
literally
potential.
beating literally all the nominees that were the same nominees for Anime of the Year, which is insane.
Yeah, clearly the best new shows, Solo Leveling Season 1, had way more potential than Delicious in Dungeon and Free Ren and Apothecary Diaries and Down to Dawn.
Okay. Like I literally have to keep scrolling past, or else I'm gonna like blow up. Ninja Kamui, winning Best Original Anime. I haven't. Ironically enough, this is the only season. No, this is the only anime I've watched out of all the other nominees.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Isn't this the show that people hated, or like they loved like the first episode or something, and then it fell off a cliff?
I don't know. I was never a huge fan. Like this is also very much kind of in the realm of Solo Leveling. A little bit more. Well, no, it's not that bad, but it's not great.
The word you're looking for is mid. It is very mid.
Right. It is mid, maybe slightly above mid, but still in the realm of mid.
I haven't seen any of these either, so I can't judge.
Best anime. What?
Yeah.
What?
This doesn't even make sense because Solo Leveling was the. This is the only one that Solo Leveling could actually legitimately win. It goes to Demon Slayer.
What? I'm trying to remember the training arc because obviously
there wasn't really much anime of all the Demon Slayers.
No, I'm saying because there is a fight or something. No, not a. Was it even a fight? I don't even think it's a fight.
There's a really cool moment in the last episode where spoilers. What's his name?
Right, I'm trying to say without spoiling. Yeah. Wait, was that the movie where the fight happens?
The movie's coming out this summer, I think.
Right. No, there's like a fight. It's not even like a full fight scene.
Oh, you mean the original Mugen Train movie?
No. There's a fight. I'm pretty. Is there not? There's a fight between one of the Hashiras and Muzen, like at the end, like after the house gets blown up and they.
Oh yeah. That's like a quick little fight. I forget which Hashira it was though.
It was the one with. I almost said the one with the anal beads.
Which that doesn't narrow it down, Drew.
There's literally only one with like who has the beads. I'm sorry, I do call him anal bead Hashira. I'm so sorry. Yeah, even that, no way. There's no way. Like literally everything else. Y'all just be clicking.
Yeah, people just see Demon Slayer and they're like Demon Slayer animation. It's like a word association. It's like fucking when you go to the therapist and they show you the ink blots.
Right. Right. So that's so. Okay, whatever. Anyways, best character design goes to Dandadan.
This is like the first one I agree with.
Right.
I mean, personally, I would have given it to Delicious in Dungeon, but I don't
Right.
hate
I'm like, that's why
Maomao.
I'm like, fine. I wouldn't give it this to them. I probably would also do Delicious in Dungeon.
Or Free Ren. Free Ren also had really good, but probably Delicious in Dungeon's more diverse.
Yeah, for sure. They had the best character designs, but these were fine, I guess.
Yeah, at least it's not solo leveling.
Right. Right. Best director. Free run for that. Well, finally they got something. Right.
Free Ren got something.
They got something. Best background art. Free run.
I feel like a slap in the face kind of award. For
right. They're like, bitch, here, you get something.
You know, like, here's your best background art of all the things in the Free Run you could award. You're like, you know what? Their background art is legit, though.
Yeah. Right. Up next, you have Best Romance Anime, which is Blue Box. I have not really watched any romance anime, honestly.
I've heard Dangers in My Heart is really good. I really want to watch that. But I haven't watched a romance in a while, so.
Okay. Up next, Best Comedy Anime. Yeah, I saw this one. When I glanced at it and I looked at it and I'm just like,
I mean, at least it's a comedy. Like, it's funny. I like Mashio, but I would have given
Konosuba.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not beating Konosuba.
That's egregious. This is another one that I found egregious.
This is they stole it. They stole it from Konosuba.
This was agree. This is the one that hurt me the most. Just beating out Konosuba. I'm like, are you guys on crack?
Because Konosuba is not going to get nominated for anything else. So it's like...
right. It's like, nah, Konosuba absolutely, like, deserved this one. Like, niggas just want to see people punch things. I'm sorry. That's all I want. Yeah. That's all I'm taking from this. Speaking of which, Best Action Anime, Solo Leveling.
Whoa, what a surprise.
Not even true, because
again, this is season 1, so there's like 2 fights in it.
Well, I feel like I'm a little biased because I just want to say Windbreaker. But like Windbreaker is just like a better anime because it's about character growth and development. But then there's also, well, it's not like a laser beam battle. It's them like just fist fighting. Yeah, fist fighting. Which I still think is pretty fun. No. Oh wait, I mean,
I still haven't seen the new Bleach.
Me neither.
I heard good things.
Yeah, but I guess I also really do like Kaiju number 8, so I'm practical about that. But in terms of wait, who won for animation again? Wasn't it Solo Leveling that won for animation? Or no, it was Demon
Slayer.
Right. That's the only one where I would say Solo Leveling may have deserved to win because of like the fight scenes, and even then against the others, I would probably disagree.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right. Next. We have Best Isekai Anime. The winner is Re:Zero Season 3.
As much as I would rather have gone to Mushoku or even Konosuba, I don't hate this because this, in my opinion, was a return to form for Re:Zero, and I really liked the season. So
yeah, I agree.
I know Re:Zero's more of the mainstream normie show, so it's gonna win compared to Mushoku.
I agree, and I would say this is like arguably one of the best seasons of Re:Zero.
I'd say
or maybe just the best.
Yeah, I'd say it's on par with the first season, which is really, really great. So
yeah, I don't know. I think I like it more than the first one because it's like all this stuff is happening, and then Amelia being better.
Oh, well, if we're talking purely from an Amelia perspective, this dwarfs season 1. This actually made me care about Amelia for once.
Yeah, that's why. That's the only reason why I prefer over season one.
Yeah, but
Even though I
counterpoint, there was no Rem. If this season had everything and then
and
also
there
had
was no
Rem,
and there was no
and there
Ram
was no Ram
either.
either.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. Ah, damn. Good point. But yeah, I'm fine winning.
Yeah, I don't hate it. It's fine.
I don't hate it. Best drama anime free run.
Would you call Free Run? I guess it is a drama.
Nah, I still wouldn't
It's
give
a
it to free run
very
though.
light drama.
Like, no, I don't think I would even consider this a drama. No, I don't think I consider this a
I
drama.
mean, that's what
That's
I mean. It's like
weird.
super, super. Like, if you want to call it a drama, I guess in terms of like the relationship between Frieren and Hamel, kind of, but
I feel like that's stretching
I
it. They're just
know.
like, whoa, whoa. They're talking, and it's not just a laser beam fight. Must be drama
Yeah, I
anime.
feel like this is one of those cases where it's just like, what? There's
Yeah,
feelings in this anime, emotion, drama,
yeah.
drama.
Because it's the way Oshinoko is being like disrespected
Disrespected
left and
so
right.
hard, yeah.
That is insane. That's insane.
Yeah, Oshinoko is like legitimately insane levels of drama. Why is that?
It should have been a slam dunk.
Especially season 2. Season 2 had a lot of drama.
But I will say this. I will say this: as people who don't vote, I always say this about voting. If you didn't vote, you don't really have the right to complain.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, okay, I didn't vote, so it's like, eh.
I voted.
I don't think it would have made a
I
difference.
voted with my time by watching these shows and covering them on a podcast.
Screaming. All right, best slice of life anime winner, Makene. Too many losing heroines. Do you agree with this?
I still haven't finished it. I only saw like the first couple episodes, but I'm enjoying it a lot so far. Yeah, so I agree with this. It's a very interesting take on the whole romance.
I thought this just came out like recently.
It came out last year, I think.
Oh, I
like
guess
last
not.
summer.
Never mind. Best main. I almost don't even want to like.
Yeah, I thought this was the one I was gonna trigger you.
I'm skipping it. Like,
no.
I'm skipping it because I'm like
we have to talk about this.
I'm saying literally everyone else, and I'm just like,
you don't think Jinwoo's a better, more well-developed or well-rounded character than Frieren and Maomao or Momo?
because like, no, like, don't literally don't piss me off. Like, girl, what are we talking about?
Fucking Frieren was robbed again.
Again. Like, what do you like about him?
You know what
Like, I
this
just want to
reminds
ask
me
you,
of?
well, what do you like about him? I just want to know.
It's the Twilight situation where everyone like they hate Twilight. Like if you go anywhere, there are people who's like, I hate Twilight, I hate Twilight, I hate Twilight. Yet it's still like the best-selling young adult series and has like 1 billion fans. Like so, obviously, people like this. They like the blank slate self-insert character. Like it works for a reason, I guess. Like people say they hate it, and then it wins best character is the most blank ass character.
I
Blank
know,
ass
but
self-insert.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least with Twilight, I understood from like a certain age
Mm-hmm.
or a certain demographic, rather. Like I understood. I was like, yes, this is giving the whole romance vampire fantasy of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like that I understand. I get it. It makes sense. Super not for me, but I get it. Can't believe I actually spent money on it.
You went to go see the movie?
It was with my sister, to be fair.
Oh, well, that's yeah.
Right. Like I was there for my sister.
At least you didn't go by
And
yourself.
I wanted the opportunity to do like a dine-in theater,
Mm-hmm.
which is lit, by the way.
Well, at least you had a fun like venue and stuff to go see it.
Oh yeah. No, that was like the main draw. Yeah. Best supporting character, Fern.
Yay!
Yeah.
Finally, I'll agree with this.
Fine, something that I super agree with. Yeah, she's kind of great. No shade. I feel like the nominees weren't. This is like the one. This is like the one that I feel like is a complete blowout.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Jinshi a little bit. I feel like nobody watches Apothecary Diaries. No one in voting on this watches Apothecary Diaries.
No, like he's like I like him,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think he beats Fern.
No, of course not. I'm just saying he's
No.
the closest.
Yeah. Must protect at all cost character Anya.
Yeah, she's gonna win, and she's never
Yeah.
gonna lose it. She's gonna win for the next 50 years. We get it.
As long and I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no one here that I agree more than her, so that's fair. Oh wait, Senshi. Oh, that was the. Oh
The
wait,
dwarf.
Senshi is also a contender for best supporting character. Sorry, I just clicked at who he was.
I
No,
guess so.
Senshi's like his story was like
Yeah.
as a character he started off being very like, I'm just a stoic guy who cooks, and then we went into it, and it was like, yeah, Senshi is layered. He's a very good supporting character.
My only issue with him is like, is he any more of a supporting character than the other people in the party, like Marciel and Chilchuck and
That is
like, I don't think him in particular is any like I think he has more depth as a character than
fair.
them.
Yeah, he has more depth. That's why I would argue him over the others.
Mm-hmm.
Because like his story is like deeper, like super, like intrinsically linked to like the main plot and like about everything about the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Best anime song. Yeah, Otonoke by Creepy Nuts. Yeah,
That's valid.
I'm surprised that. Well, yeah, I'm surprised that the Bling Bang Bang Born, the Mashle Magic, the Mashle song didn't win. I super expected that.
I think I would have voted for that.
I would have voted for that too. That was like way bigger. I think this is just a recency bias.
I think it's a popularity bias. I think because it's Mashle.
No, Bling Bang Bang Born was way more popular than this song.
It was more popular as a song, but the anime itself, none of that was more popular than.
Yeah. That is okay.
Ironically, I think the song was more popular than the anime was.
That is true. Best anime score, Solo Leveling. Okay,
I'll give it to it because I do like Solo Leveling's background music. Although
I don't hate it. Yeah, I feel like Free Run should have won that.
Yeah.
So that okay, but okay, right. Best anime opening sequence. Otonoke by Creepy Nuts. I don't really watch openings, so
I like it. It had them dancing.
No. I agree. It did.
Yeah, a little segment of them dancing. I think Momo even does one of Rihanna's moves as like a reference.
Streaming. Okay, I have to go watch that. Because Bling Bang Bang Born also was like the same thing. It was really cute.
Yeah, they also did dance in that too. Damn,
yeah,
that's a good one too.
Cute. Best anime ending sequence. Solo Leveling is requested by Kage.
Don't even remember it.
Nope, don't even remember. Don't know any of them. Y'all know I don't really do ending songs. Best anime voice artist performance. Aoyuki as Maomao.
I agree with that.
Personally, I give it to someone from Dandadan.
Interesting.
Like, only because Maomao is a very controlled character in terms of her voice. There's not like you guys say in a certain range, and she's kind of monotone. And of Ayuki's roles, I feel like kind of she's relatively easy. She says that one tone for like most of it. Thing. Yeah,
I was gonna say Marciel from Dungeon just because she probably has more range. Like Marciel's a lot of range.
Yeah, her as well. So I can think of a few people that I would give over Aoyuki, but I feel like this is the one where people just saw Ayuki
Oh yeah,
and was like,
exactly.
there.
Voting for her.
Yeah. Alright, best anime voice arts performance, Arabic, is uh Eva Novar as Anya Forger. Okay, come on.
Nice. I'll take their word for it. I have not heard the Arabic dub of
Me
Spy
neither.
Family.
The best VA performance for Brazilian Portuguese is Charles Emmanuel as, of course, fucking Jinwoo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anyone else gets only like 10 other lines, so it'd have to
That's
be
fair.
him. I guess maybe, or I don't know. Does Orion agree?
Well, we'll
Or they
consult
just watch
Orion. I feel like
right?
he also has not heard the Brazilian Portuguese stuff.
Screaming. Best VA for Castilian Spanish is Masumi Matsuda as Sungju. Now I can do it with a whole ass Japanese.
Yeah, they
doing
just
Spanish. I
imported
love
a
that.
Japanese guy. Like,
Love that. You better habla en español,
Mhm.
bitch. Good for him. Alex Lay as Jinwoo the for the best VA in English.
I feel like it's very easy to voice Sung Jin Woo.
Right. I guess I don't watch. Yeah, I don't watch dubs, so it's like
I'm just
even though
saying
I
based on
still
his
feel like
script.
this
It's
is
not like
biased. Still feel like this is biased, but I can't confirm or deny that.
I feel like his script isn't particularly difficult.
Also, I personally would just give it to Sungwon Cho as Senshi because I just like Sungwon Cho. I think he's funny. Best VA for French is Adrian Antoine as Kafka Hibino of Kaiju number 8. Hey, Kaiju number 8 got
Finally,
some
you
love.
got an award. There you go.
Okay. I think the rest of these are just like
They're just
performances
voice
and
acting performances. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay, well, that was very much as trash as I thought it was going to be.
Thank you, Anime Awards.
Yep, thank you for another shitty year of shitty opinions. Can't wait to judge you guys for next year and your lack of taste. And yeah, I gotta remember myself to vote next time. So when I'm actually mad about it,
Mm-hmm.
it's actually justified.
Yeah, I'll probably try to vote on stream next year. Remind me, chat.
They won't.
They do. They want to hear my shitty opinions. They'll vote. They'll remind me.
Oni, you have shitty opinions about a lot of things, but anime usually isn't one of them.
Thank you. I'll take
that
that
being
as a compliment.
said, it is for the most part. Now that we're done with our news, it's time for our weekly reviews, and we're going to start off with Uma Musume Cinderella Grey episode 8,
which is my episode of the week, which I'm splitting with something else, but half my episode of the week.
Okay.
Because I think they took this episode in an interesting direction.
Excuse me. So, okay, can I ask what the interesting direction is?
I like that it was more about the political pressure on Rudolph having to like decide whether to support getting Ogre into the classic races, as opposed to just being like one dimensional, like, oh, look how great Ogre is at racing. It's like, look how great she is at racing, and look how much pressure it's putting on Rudolph and how stupid it's making her look for not letting Ogre into the race.
So I kind of disagree, only because I feel like that was like the natural progression was like, okay, they don't do this for anyone. And I'm just like, okay, they're gonna do some bullshit that's gonna allow her to be in the derby. And
I don't think that they will allow her in the derby. I just think it's gonna put a brunt of pressure on Rudolph to make.
I would no shade. I actually would kind of like it more if they like.
If they don't.
if they don't, but yet they show some interesting way to like put her in a race with like top like Musume girls.
I
I would like
mean,
that more than
she
as opposed
kind
to
of,
oh well.
she kind of already is. Isn't it? She beat the girl who was in the first
Girl, no shade. I don't care. I
Sakura
don't.
show.
I already don't count anyone in her class.
I mean, those
I
are
this
those are
episode.
gonna be the people in the Japanese Derby or the Nippon Derby.
No, if there's better people, and
What's her name? Won the first classic race. What's her name? I know Muteki.
yeah,
Because Ogre wasn't there.
Yeah, Oguri wasn't
When
there
that side
exactly. So
played.
I'm just like, I need her I need her to start fighting like the other. I guess maybe like if she started going against like Uma Musume. Oh wait, no, this is a prequel, and that doesn't work.
Well, you had to cross generations.
Like, I thought you were gonna race like people from the original, but then you told me this is a prequel, so
Yeah.
never mind. I don't know. I just need to see her struggle, and she's clearly not gonna struggle against people in her own class. So she needs to go against better people.
I will say I know people are going to complain because it's like, oh, Ogre's not struggling and she's winning everything so easily. I want to point out, bring your complaints up with people, with Japanese people in the 1980s, because this is literally Uma Musume fixates a lot of stuff or like over exaggerates, but the races are historically accurate. Ogre Cap just won this many races. Ogre Cap was just this good at racing, so it is.
Oh, these are based off like actual horses.
Yeah, so all these race results are real. It's just Ogre Cap fucking dominated the shit out of everybody.
Oh, I didn't know this is based off of history, actual history.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm. So technically, you could spoil the show if you just look up Ogre Cap's real life race record, and you can see what race coming up that she'll lose. But
Damn you, Ogre Cap! Why are you such a good fucking horse in real life? It makes for a very predictable anime.
I know, right? Come on, lose. But no, so it is.
Right.
She was that dominant. So they have to add something to kind of like spice it up. So they're like, all right, let's put this political drama about so Rudolph having to determine if she can get into it.
Yeah, I guess this becomes the point where trying to be so historically accurate kind of shoots them in the foot.
Yeah,
potentially.
I do know. I haven't looked up Ogre's race record or read the manga past this point or whatever, but I do know she has a history of going up against Tamamo Cross, and they've been teasing the hell out of Tamamo Cross. So I have a feeling that's gonna be her first real rival, like real competition, whenever Tamamo Cross races her.
And that's the one who's constantly like been in the background with her colorful ass outfit.
Exactly, right. And she's like, "Oh, I can't wait to beat fucking Ogre Cap one of these days."
Right. I do like that there was like there's definitely more like in my mind, I guess I don't know if this is like track strategy or like horse riding strategy, like horse racing strategy.
Oh yeah.
Can't tell what is what.
Yeah, it's like it's both, I guess, because you want to run to like the outside and then.
I know that's kind of what makes it cool, because then I'm just like, oh, this is like track and field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are actual strategies you can use in track and field. Although you wouldn't be racing 2,000 meters, I guess, in track and field.
Yeah, it's usually just like 400.
Yeah. That's like how
maybe 16. Like, maybe like I think it's like they go up to 1,600.
Yeah, and even then, that's
like in the Olympics.
How many miles is that?
That's a lot of laps. They usually be like, well, they started, and then they go and do anything, literally anything else, and they're like, oh, well, we're back on lap 50 or some shit like that.
That's not so long. 2,000 meters is 1.25 miles.
Oh, maybe it's a lot longer.
I mean, I don't run that. I was saying I can run that in a race.
Running. Longest running event in the Olympics.
I mean, you probably get some kind of like marathon event.
Oh yeah, girl, it's a 10K meter race.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's That's pretty long. That's about 26 miles.
Yeah, well,
Just running.
we that's also gonna take like half a day or something.
Yeah.
We got other races to get to. We don't have. Which, by the way, we have like 3 races this episode. I guess they were like, oh, shit, we didn't give them any races last episode. Quick, put like 3 races in this episode.
Right. Which I don't mind.
No, I don't. I feel bad for Yaino Muteki because she won her classic race and everybody was just like, what the fuck cares? She lost the Ogre Cup. Very,
Yeah.
very authentic sports fan reaction.
Yeah. Poor thing.
I know how that feels. When I'm like, the Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and I'm like, I don't care. The Eagles beat them in the regular season. They would have won it. They were in the Super Bowl.
But yeah, I don't know. There was a joke. I love the joke that where she was eating in the cafeteria and she was gonna go for seconds and kind of. I think her rivalry with the cafeteria lady stole Yaino's thunder, where she was going to challenge Ogre Cap, and at that point I knew she was probably gonna lose.
Oh yeah, it was foreshadowed.
Right, because I'm like, if they're treating it as like a setup for like a comedy joke, then yeah.
Oh, that also reminds me. I like the scene where she actually beats Black Ale, and then they're in the class, and all her classmates are like, "Oh my god, you beat her!" And then Black Ale's like, "Shut the, be quiet and sit down because I can't." Curse.
Right. Love that. That was funny. So yeah, I think that's why it was. I was like, it was okay for me. Like I didn't feel any of the stakes of the other episodes, so it just kind of felt.
I will say
not bad.
I think it's gonna coast on this political Rudolph situation until Maomao shows up and beats Ogre, because I don't think there's any tension in the races until whenever. I guess because she's doing G3 races right now, so I guess whenever she goes to like G2 and G1 is when she starts potentially having rivalries and competition.
Gotcha.
She's wiping the floor with all these scrubs.
Right. All right, let's move on to Fire Force, season 3, episode 8,
which was my other half of the episode of the week.
Yeah, I think I made this. Yeah, that's probably my episode of the week. So we learned a lot about Sumire, and we learned a lot about a lot of things.
I apologize last week. I was not familiar with Sumire's game. She is a certified freak, and I'm scared of her.
And she'll kill you with that same stupid ass smile.
Yeah, she when she got in her stance, like she just like her aura shot up and she just beat the shit out of all of them. That was simultaneously hilarious and creepy as hell.
Yeah, and it wasn't even that. Like that was like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The gag for me is when she started dredging up them little girls from hell.
Yeah, that was listen, Fire Force is goofy as hell, but it has some really cool villains. They're really unique.
Yeah, I do like the villains.
She was like, "Oh, your friends aren't gone. Come to me, my hell beasts!" And like
literally, like children. Not literally, souls crying out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just like, oh my god, laying it on thick. My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I rolled my eyes so fucking hard when she talked about when they found out what her power is.
Oh well, yeah, that's just a running gag at this point,
right? Like I shiver so fucking hard. I make my break. I'm like, what the fuck does that got to do with fire? There's no.
You shiver in the absence of heat, so checkmate.
So you lose heat so hard that you shiver, but at that point you die.
You just freeze.
Doesn't make any sense. You literally, your body would just go into hypothermia. Girl, what? like literally in the essence of physics, that is impossible on like 1,000 levels. What the fuck, girl? But I guess she gets that broken ass ability that makes no sense because Adela burst.
Yes, sure. And now we know a little bit more about the whole grandmaster plan of the
Yep.
the nuns and the order. The
Yep,
cult.
and and now we know the mystery behind the doppelgangers. They are basically it's a parallel world, Adola, and when the doppelgangers cross through somehow through the bugs, they cross through, kind of consuming whoever you were on Earth,
Yeah, it's
and then
kind of
you're
like that.
replaced with their Inferno.
They take your place and blow you up.
Basically. Um, which I'm like, is that implying? I'm like, is it? So are you saying it's always the bug that's doing it? Like,
That's
and
what
we
I was
just didn't
wondering
see the
too.
bug?
Yeah, like were the bugs off screen and then.
Yeah, and we just happen to never see the bugs bite someone.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, if that's the case, that's fine.
It is fine though. I just
That
feel like that's a little bit of a cheap like cop out for like never giving us that clue.
what do you mean?
Like, let's say I watched episode 1 and I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure out why the people are spontaneous. I wouldn't be like, oh, it's bugs made by the church. Da, 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 da. I just feel like I was just like, I wouldn't be able to piece that together because they never show us the bugs stinging people.
Well, we know. I'm wait. We know it's the.
No, we know eventually. I'm just saying from the
Yeah.
onset,
We
like
figured. I mean, we figured this out. I feel like we almost don't we figure this out in like season one. That's the bug
we
that
figure
do.
that the bugs can do that, but it's never
Yeah,
explained like when a random person on the train explodes or something.
it's
I thought it was
specifically
the
the
bug.
bugs. Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was like the bugs and then also something else they called them.
okay,
Because if that's the case,
that's
then
fair.
nobody ever saw these demonic ass bugs flying around and stinging people and making them explode. Like, oh, there's a big ass bee. It's something like, oh, he exploded in fire. Well, maybe there's a
Well,
connection.
to be fair, there's never any evidence. And people, the last thing people are gonna remember before a human literally combusts in front of them is a bug that was flying around.
uh, do you know me? The only thing I remember if I saw somebody explode is if there was a giant
Okay,
ass bug.
unless it was Oni, unless it was Oni. And also I feel like you're not going to link that to the human combustion. You're gonna be like, oh my god, ew, bug, let me run away. Oh my god, a person's on
I'd be the
fire.
only one not exploded because I'd be so hyper aware of the bugs.
Yes, that would be true. Um, yeah, their plan is to merge Adola with Earth and cause everyone to combust, which will literally turn this world on fire. But then they hint at a lot of things. One, Sumire is like she's some ancient shit. She's an ancient bitch.
Mm.
She's talking about the last great
It
cataclysm
was
that
like
happened.
250 years ago. She's like a
Yeah,
demon, basically.
essentially.
I'm guessing that Adala is like basically hell, and it's like
Yeah,
she's bringing
like the
hell on
hellscape.
Earth. Yeah.
Yeah, essentially. Um, see.
Which, as far as I guess as twists go,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty good because it's kind of like a ironic twist where it's like, oh, it's a church and it's led by a demon that wants to bring hell on Earth and destroy the world.
Yep, yep. Kaufson Yevon.
Mm-hmm. Well, at this point, Final Fantasy is like the Simpsons of anime. There, everyone, Simpsons did it. Final Fantasy did it.
Right. And the second health. The second half was
I thought it was
it
cute.
was kind of cute. Yeah, very cute. Just kind of was a little slow at first, but then I started getting into it when other people started playing around with like this whole character quest thing, which Vulcan set up in order
Mm.
to restore his delusion. Which I'm just like, as someone who is a mental health advocate in some shape or form, I'm deeply bothered by this. So it's like instead of helping him with his trauma and and delusions, you're further sinking him further deep into it,
I feel like they got bigger
just to make
problems
him
right
can
now than
fight.
his mental health.
I know, yes, literal hell on earth. So we have to fuck up his mental so he can fight well. Like I just kind of hate that a little bit. Hate it a little bit.
I did think it was funny when he was like when he was getting pressed by the blacksmith to be like, oh, where'd you get this thing? He's like, it's made of orichalcum. From where? By dwarves. Where'd they get it from? The volcano. Blah blah blah. Where's the volcano?
No.
At the Home Depot.
That was hilarious. That was funny. But yeah, see the second half. I like that OPS dude is also implying that he's gonna be fighting, which makes me happy because I want to see him fight more. But he's one of the very few people that can equally stand on footing with some of these, with some of the villains. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yep.
Right, up next we have My Hero Vigilantes episode. Where have I know? Episode 7.
How do you feel about Makoto?
I feel like now did she make this like the best episode? No, but I think she could have some like I feel like this was like them planting a seed
Oh no,
for
she's
some
definitely
shit.
gonna be very relevant, I'm sure.
Right. I will say I did appreciate a little bit like the world building to her character.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought that was really cool, and in typical My Hero Academia fashion, added a lot of nuance to the hero vigilante slash villain dichotomy or trichotomy.
I guess trichotomy.
Wait, did I ever try?
Are you gonna patent it?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, well,
Okay, cool. I was right. No, that was fine. Yeah. So I guess like what makes a hero, and it's like just going into the philosophy of it, and how basically giving like critiques on like the political manipulation of it all.
I think this show's a lot more well thought out than the original series, or at least like more detailed and in depth. Because they're definitely doing the world building a lot better. They're addressing like the theme a lot more explicitly. Like I like that it's staying on theme with like vigilantes versus villains, and like how they ride that line.
I agree. I feel like the first series just had so much going on that's like it wouldn't have enough space for all of this.
Yeah, like I think the first series has interesting ideas, but never really does anything with them because it has to be like a shonen, and it's like, all right, wait, we need action real quick, and then it kind of just evolves into Dragon Ball Z fights. Whereas this show is more like, all right, well, let's explore the actual questions that we're raising about what makes a villain.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, I'm not sure if you caught the references, but they made like a ton of references this episode. The whole Rhode Island thing was a reference to Justice League because Justice League was founded in Rhode Island by like 7 heroes.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
So my inner geek was pointing out all the references to myself.
Yeah, I was like, Rhode Island.
Yeah, I was like, that's super random.
Yeah. What else did I miss?
A lot of the comic, like when they were doing the flashbacky stuff, a lot of the people they were showing. First off, they were very Americanized. Like I like how they were drawn like an American comic style. But a lot of them just were like look like different Justice League. Like one of them looked like Robin, one of them looked like Aquaman. But it was like silhouetted, so you couldn't really tell. But they had very similar designs to like some of the Justice League characters.
Okay, gotcha. All right, fair. Also, I love how everyone just. I love how I feel like the whole anime joined me in hating on what's his name on Koichi.
Oh,
Yeah, except that everyone just called him creepy.
I'm yeah. I'm glad they didn't interview you for that. You would have been like
Yeah.
garbage, spineless, pussy.
No, yeah, I mean, I would just call him a bitch and left it at that.
Mm.
But I don't think he's creepy. That's so interesting.
It is. I mean, I guess they're referring to like because he has like a
So
really creepy power.
yeah, like he literally has to, like, resemble a cockroach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't. I never. Um. I never. I still don't mind it. I don't think the power is lame at all or creepy. I just think he pussy. That's it.
I I love how Pop's fucking thing is just like but. So very on point.
That was funny. Also, but kind of weird for sexualizing a high school girl like that. But okay.
have you
Like,
seen My Hero Academia, Drew?
yeah, but not for like the even like for the NPCs to like get in on it, or I guess the characters inside the show
Oh, so
to be
it's
like, oh
very
yeah, her
meta.
ass. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't love that. Let's see. Oh, I love how he came up with his new technique just to get fucked up by the. I will say I kind of felt bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, damn, we all thought you were gonna show out, but you actually did nothing. But get kicked in the face.
No, sucks to suck.
Right? I'm just like,
Don't try to trip the guy whose quirk is literally playing soccer.
right. I was like, this probably would have been better if you just tackled him.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if you should like strength train so you can do other technique. You know, I went back. See, it's like the way I tried to not call him a bitch this episode, and
I
then
don't
we're
think he can.
circling back to him being a bitch.
He's too strong. Like he's got to take like years of training just to be adequate at fighting like that. Like, he's not Knuckle Duster.
I don't know. I disagree because I look at like shit like that. It's what is the difference between him and Deku, in my opinion. Because remember, Deku got shredded before he even got the power. He said because that was a prerequisite to get the power. They're like you had to literally train your ass off, and Deku at the age of 12 got
much
shredded
to
to get
train
that
when
power.
you're like 12 than it is when you're like 20
whatever.
or 19 or whatever he is.
Okay, whatever. It's and actually not to get All Might's power. And you're saying 19 years old, you're too weak or whatever to get it? No, I don't buy that. They're playing 19-year-olds in our years who are shredded as hell.
Okay, well, show me a 19-year-old who starts from like the position of being scrawny and weak with no muscle mass, and then goes to being a shredded Hulk in like a year or less, and I'll agree with you.
I actually have someone. That's so crazy you say that. I obviously can't say his name, but there is actually someone who did that. Like, and I know that because we essentially lived on the same floor for 2 different years. And I saw him go from literally like skinny whatever white guy, and he just got ripped. But somehow in sophomore year, I blinked and he was ripped.
Nah, I'm gonna not say steroids, but
okay, definitely was not steroids. Or was it? Dun dun dun. No, probably wasn't. No, because he had a friend who got him into like, he got a friend who was into like working out, and then he just started working out with said friend. And that was that.
Maybe he has extraordinarily great genes. I don't know, but I feel like it's not really that easy to get ripped in a year or less from nothing. You have to kind of like be.
I'm not expecting him to be ripped now, but just like work towards it and do some time skips. Like
I don't think that's right. I think what they're gonna
like
do is his powers is gonna get better and get better at using his power. He's gonna be more of a technical fighter. He's gonna be Spider-Man, and Knuckle Duster is the Hulk or whatever.
That's. But you can't even say Spider-Man because Spider-Man was strong.
Yeah, he mostly uses his powers to like fight. He doesn't like. He's not boxing anybody.
But he literally does punch people in the face. What are you
Yeah,
talking
after like
about?
he webs them and fucking restrains them and does all his other flips and acrobatics, then he'll punch them in the face.
Have you ever seen a Spider-Man movie?
Have
I'm
you?
so
I'm trying to think of this
confused.
Spider-Man movie where he comes up
Do
and
you
just
see
like
all the Do you see
starts
all the deaths he does? Like
stands
Spider-Man
up.
is incredibly strong. Like he has
Yes,
superhuman strength.
he does.
Like
but he
he
doesn't.
literally takes his web and throws cars at people.
You're acting like he's Captain America and he just like runs up and just starts fist fighting people. He doesn't.
No, he's but he's just as strong as Captain America. That's my point. They're just as strong as each other. They just have different fighting styles.
Yeah, and I'm saying his fighting style is going to be more like Spider-Man's, where he just like does all his web shit and then confronts them and fights them when they're like weakened or restrained.
I
He's going to be the
guess
Spider-Man to Knuckle Duster's Hulk slash.
I guess,
Captain
yeah.
America.
I guess if you're doing those insane comparisons, then yeah, I get. I guess. I just, yeah, I need him to be, yeah, more of the technicals. No, I mean it's fine because he's learning how to do more stuff. I just needed to do it without him being so bitchy. And yes, I do think him working out would obviously help his powers. I think that's like obvious for like someone who literally has to stay in that position and crawl.
I mean, yeah, it obviously would. I just don't think he's going to do it. That's not his style.
Which is exactly why. Thank you, pussy.
I mean, I don't think Pop Star is going to fight either. It would be really cool if she like
but
learned
she's not
how to do.
Because she's not a fighter.
But,
She's not
but
doing
neither is
combat.
Koichi.
No, he's in the combat. That's the
yes, but
difference.
he's not a fighter.
She just jumps around and yells at people to do.
I mean,
stuff.
if we want to get on this train, I could say like, why isn't she learning Chun-Li style fucking kicks and using her legs to? I don't know.
But she doesn't fight at all. He's literally trying to fight people. Like tripping is form of like that's an act of violence. That's an act of violence. You're trying to do someone physically.
It's an act of violence, but it's not. It's different from punching them and getting in their face.
Okay,
it's like a sneak. It's like he's like.
Okay, well, guess who doesn't have punching? Capoeira, and yet they are shredded.
If we're trying to break this down to RPG classes, he's like the rogue and Knuckle Duster's the warrior, right? Knuckle Duster's there to fight.
Yeah, but the rogues are good.
Koichi's there to be a rogue and do sneaky shit in the background.
I guess that. Really? Because he kind of just ran up to that dude and got kicked.
Yeah, and what happened? He got kicked in the face and lost because he tried to be a hero. Stick to your role. Don't try to be the warrior.
All right. Up next we have Go Go Loser Ranger season 2 episode 8?
7.
Fuck. Right? Yeah, 7. So like I literally would laugh so hard if he actually killed the Red Ranger.
I'm mixed on this. So first off, this episode was way too fast. There was like 16 new subplots.
Yeah, there's like a million things are happening.
But I feel like it would be hilarious if he killed the Red Ranger, the Red Keeper. But then also, I'm like, but that kind of really diminishes the threat the Red Keeper is then if he's just gonna die so easily.
I would be fine if they kill him and replace him with a much more competent one, and that's what makes him scary because he's clearly knows what he's doing.
I was thinking maybe it's a body double, like he killed the body double, because we didn't see the Red Keeper.
I think that too.
Fight, did we? Like he was just there to make an appearance.
Exactly.
So I think maybe.
Well, no. He used the divine artifact.
Yeah, but the other keepers can use divine artifacts too, right?
Oh, that's true.
So I feel like maybe it's that because the Red Keeper is so
He just sounded so Red Keeper.
Yeah, but I feel like he's the type of guy who would be like, oh yeah, just send one of my low-ranking body doubles in for me while I go have dinner with the elites at this cocktail party or whatever. I don't need to do that grunt work shit. So maybe he has like a bunch of body doubles, but he just like works for him while he does other shit.
I guess we'll find out. Also, I love Hualapan's pressure on Dragon Keepers. Like it's actually working. I thought he's gonna be kind of annoying, but like, and this is a part where like things just picked up quickly because like the um public image of Dragon Keepers super declined after that expose
Mm-hmm.
from Hualapon. Meanwhile, I love that Hualapon's not even lying about his identity. Like he's like, "Yep, all this happened. I'm a monster. Um, and I'm gonna keep terrorizing everybody until Dragon Keeper is like disband." Like I like that. I like that because it makes them look bad, but he's also still like, "Fuck y'all."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, Rip Usakubo. Why does she keep getting like taken? She's just the girl that gets taken. I'm kind of annoyed by that.
Yeah. Well, so like, was she just recruited there, or was she like
I don't know.
always a traitor?
Or was she body swapped? I also think she might have been body swapped, like
Because she does have
or
a
something
different
or something,
presence.
or she's possessed.
She was very different when she showed back up. Like she was way more determined and shit. So I'm like, oh, you have a very different personality right now.
Right. I don't know what's going on with her. I
Mm.
wish it would stop. So bad. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, so that's to the left. Um, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the whole thing with Suzukiri.
Mm. Yeah, it's a whole
Oh my
other. That's
god.
another subplot.
Whoa. So clear, and I'm not super surprised. That's like, yeah, things are a little tense with them, considering she like tried to kill the Greenkeeper. But that brings up like a million other questions, like why is she still alive?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering, like, wait, are we just gonna skip over that? Like, did she escape or?
Like there was that scene where Sakurama was just in the Greenkeeper like place, and wasn't she just with them, chilling with them, or is that someone
I
else?
think that was someone else. I don't think she was there.
Oh, okay. I wonder who that was. It kind of looked like her, but I never made the effort to go back, double check. Dun, dun, dun. Was that? But yeah, no, that was insane. Um, excuse me. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm not coming this whole episode to find that. But yeah, that was insane, and a lot of insane implications. Like, basically, the Dragon Keepers accidentally made the kaiju? Question mark.
Yeah, I guess that's the implication that they're making the kaiju's.
Yeah, and Yellow and Suzukiri. Yeah, I was like, oh, tense. And then he was like, "Oh, what?" Like that whole back and forth where he was, she was like, "Oh, why don't you use a divine? Oh, you're not gonna do anything with a divine artifact." And he's like, "What makes you think I don't have it on me?"
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, "Oh, do it. Oh no, wait, you probably won't. You won't do shit."
And it does
Yeah,
make me
that
realize
was.
that I guess he's not. I thought this whole thing was like a ploy by Yellow Keeper,
Hmm.
like working with Sudakiri, but I guess not. It's their own separate.
Nope. I wonder, are they giving her the Sakurama treatment where they're like, we know what you are, but we can still kill you at any time. So,
Yeah,
eh.
probably.
But that would be dumb. Like, no shade for Sakurama. I get it. Like, he's relatively harmless.
It seems though. I mean,
Tsuzukiri, however,
he
is
did get the
scary.
blue keeper killed. So even in Sakurama's case, I wouldn't be like, "Oh, well, you're nothing." I'm like, "Hey, he already got a keeper killed." So
No, I would kill him.
mm.
I would kill him. I wouldn't say I'd leave him alive, but I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not aware of his involvement with the Blue Keeper's death.
Mm.
Or how, instrumental it was to him dying. But, yeah. He's he is, like, Tsuzukiri I kill. Like, she has to die. Like, why is she still alive? She's way too... Yeah, no, she would have to go. But that did not happen. But yeah, just a lot of happening, and then we had some after credit scenes where what's her face, Tsukubo was trying to get Sakurama to follow her to a meeting, and then Hisui was like, "Bitch, I'm going too."
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll see. Then, all right. Up next, we have what's his face? In Evil Lord of the Galactic Empire, episode 7. No, 8.
Yeah, 8.
8.
You skipped Lazarus.
Oh, did I? Oh, okay, let's get this out the way. Lazarus, episode 8. I literally have like almost no notes of this because this really just felt like a B plot action film condensed into one episode.
Which is like, I don't know.
A shame because I like Chris and her character. The only twist that I even worth noticing is that, oh cool, she might be a little gay. She might be queer, which is kind of lit.
Yeah, but even then, I wish they gave him more development, and the hinging on a character we just met that I don't care about at all dying. I'm like, yeah, oh, she died. Okay.
Oh no, her lover died. Oh no.
I don't know. It felt like really. What's the word? Like, it tried to force the whole. Isn't this sad? They're star-crossed lovers, not star-crossed, but like, they were separated and now they're back together. Mm-hmm. Oh no, shit! I'm just like, okay, but I didn't know any of this prior to this episode. I can't just like suddenly care.
This is not something you can do in just one episode.
Yeah, which is what I feel like for a lot of these episodes. Like, these are really interesting ideas, but you need more than one episode to like flesh them out.
Except for episode 4, that was great.
Yeah. Which we keep going back to. We're like, well, episode 4. We're really like, episode 12. We're be like, yeah, but episode 4 was really good. I feel like this could have benefited from being like a 26 episode series and just having like each character has like 2 or 3 episodes for themselves.
I agree.
Because I feel like this could have been a great love story / interesting action scenario if it was given time to be that.
Yeah. It wasn't. I mean, the action was good. Like an action movie, the action was pretty good.
I feel like we're gonna say that every episode. The action was good. The substance was kind of but not good action.
Yeah, except for last episode. Last episode was...
Yeah, the last episode was probably the best all-around episode, in my opinion, in terms of like character development and stuff.
I agree. I think Homegirl got more development than this episode.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to this episode just being about like, wham, the past, wham, my girlfriend, wham, dead.
I'm a Russian spy.
Work, I guess. Alright, up next. Now we got that out the way. Evil Lord of the Galactic Empire, episode 8.
Glad this episode focused a lot more on comedy.
Yeah, I agree. I just like I don't know. I don't know why. Like, I feel like objectively speaking, they had some good parts in this episode. It literally just didn't keep me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Cause like I'm looking at my notes, I'm just like, oh yeah, the whole thing about like what's his face, Liam's fantasy about the meat trees and wine pool where
Yeah,
she brings up everything that's clearly wrong with it. Like, I feel like that was good.
yeah.
I feel like that was good. It just didn't. I don't know. It just didn't quite get there. I don't know.
I think it's like sometimes I feel like this show is like a bunch of comedy sketches that aren't really related to the plot. You know what I mean? Like there's a plot
Hmm.
that happens, but then there's also in between the plot points, there's just like comedy sketches that are unrelated to the plot that are just fun. Like you mentioned, like the whole trees of meat and the alcohol thing was kind of funny. Like I was laughing when they were actually just like tearing apart his whole like. Well, what are you gonna do?
Right.
Swim in the alcohol? That's so filthy and. You know.
Right. I think that was like the best part because this was like been like a thing about him where he
Mhm.
was like, yeah, I want like da da da, but
Or
then
even when they were like turning his own things against him, like, "Oh, I want a harem." I'm like, "Yeah, about damn time we were waiting for you to have a harem."
right. You need at least 1,000.
Yeah, and he's like, "No, I want them to submit to me, and I don't want to just be given women." And then Amagi's like, "You prefer men? Like, what the fuck is the problem?"
Right. Right. Do you want this harem or not? You need to
Yeah.
make babies. Like, hello. Like Brian's like, oh my god, like why are you not making more babies?
But then that's like sandwiched in between the whole plot of the woman, the that was captured and transformed back into human, and the whole plot about
Yeah.
like them getting the ships, and then I just feel like what's the goal? Like, where are we working towards? You know?
Right. Like I yeah, it felt like whatchamacalls it? Oh god, what's the one? The reindeer anime? The
Nokotan.
deer anime? Yeah, it felt like that, but not as crazy, but also
Mm-hmm.
very like disjointed, like
Yeah, that's the word. Disjointed.
sections.
I don't, but like at least with Nokotan, it knew what it wanted to be. It just wanted to be like a silly, stupid, over the top comedy. I feel like this one doesn't like it doesn't have an identity. It wants to either be a silly slice of life kind of sketch comedy, or it wants to be like a sci-fi action pseudo comedy, and it just kind of bounces back and forth between the two randomly.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Um, yeah, it just felt yeah the it being disjointed kind of just threw it off for me. It's like nothing was like outside of the whole wine and meat thing. Yeah, it was just like
Also feels like a weird pacing thing because I feel like that scene could have been put anywhere in this show, and they just put it here for no reason. I'm like, oh well, it's not really related to what's going on. It's just a scene that's in this show, and it just happens to be in this episode. I feel like maybe I'm gonna guess that the light novel was really well put together and paced, but they couldn't put it into the show in the same order. Like I have a feeling the light novel's gonna be reading very differently than what the anime is showing in terms
yeah,
of
I
order
would
of events and
agree.
stuff.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, it just I would be curious to see how that what that looked like. To be honest, I'd be curious to see how that would look like, especially because they keep going back to the NT. Well, the entire right. They put the NTR. Why I keep calling her the NTR harem, the hentai, um, the H film, H scene harem.
The
What am
what?
I trying to say?
You're like brain
I'm trying to like condense the word of like saying like the hentai
subplot.
main girl.
The the hentai space pirate plot.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, also we learned that she apparently whatever happened to her was happened for decades. So that was like in the past when that happened to her.
Yeah, I don't know the timeline.
Cause she said I've been this happening for decades. She's like I've had this body for decades, and I was just like decades. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I feel like a lot of this stuff was out of order compared to how it happened in the light novel or manga or whatever. Because it doesn't feel right. It just feels out of order and disjointed.
Yeah, agree. I agree. All right. So last but not least, we have Apothecary Diaries season 2, episode 19.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we learned some things. Uh, Basically that this village and the emperor's ancestors are probably like they probably share the same ancestors,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess that explains why that would explain why they're trying to kill the emperor.
Yeah, this whole thing is
Cause
related.
yep, because they can just kill him and claim the throne for themselves, being like, hey, came from the same people, so you can't like they would obviously pass the emperor uh the emperor exam.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I love that one part where Maomao and Suire like they're having a little back and forth, and then Shisui kind of points out that like, hey, y'all are kind of similar, and they're both like, shut up. That was pretty cute. I like that little moment. Um, Also the way Shisui be eating all the bugs.
Yeah, I liked her. She was so discerning about the bugs. She was like, "Oh, I love grasshoppers. Ugh, this one's a locust." I'm like, I was with Mama. I'm like, they're all the same. I can't. They're
Right. It was
equally
so funny.
disgusting.
Mama, yeah, Mama was. I was surprised that Mama. I'm sorry. I just assumed people in that time period were like okay with eating bugs.
Well, I assume Mao was okay with eating bugs, given how much
Yeah,
other
especially
shit
Mama.
she does.
Right.
Even in
Like
this episode.
objectively in this standpoint, like because she seems to be very methodical with a lot of her thinking in one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like, oh, let me just eat the bugs because it got mad protein.
Yeah, and especially with this
Uh,
episode where her trying to be a volunteering to be a test dummy for the drugs.
yeah, for the potential drug that can kill people. But that's Maomao.
Mm-hmm.
No regard for her life, as we clearly see by the end of this episode, where she sneaks into the shed that she definitely shouldn't be in.
Yeah, I'm like, why? Why not just wait or something? I mean, I guess they wouldn't let
Like
her
in
into
the
the
middle
shed
of the
anyway.
day is crazy,
Mm-hmm.
kind of crazy. And then also, yeah, finding all the guns, which they kind of just confirmed everything. Well, no, this means the no it is so this town is working in cahoots with the governor. I'm guessing.
Mm.
First, I thought I was like, oh yeah, this totally frees him, and I'm just like, no, I don't. I think they just work together. um, yeah, found the gun plans, and of course we saw the envoy. So we saw her, or the envoy, excuse me. Also, this new character Shen Mei. Oh my god, terrifying.
Yeah, especially when I like how they kind of built her up steadily throughout the episode, where it was like they kept referencing Shen Mei, and then
Yeah, the whole thing with
Shisui.
Shisui's mom.
It's
Oh
like
yeah, and she's
from
just like, oh
for Shen
yeah,
Mei.
yeah. Basically, I feel like that was like a very loosened like, hey girl, I'm about to leave. Don't do anything stupid
Mm.
because this is what she did for me for not being able to massage. And then she was like, she's like, I wouldn't want you to suffer through anything like that.
Mm.
Basically telling her like, yeah, my mom is crazy and she'll fuck you up. So I think my mom's about to get fucked up a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Which honestly, not like for a story, for the part of the story, I'm not against. I feel like if that's the kind of person, who would like boil her, literally throw boiling sorry, throw boiling water on her own daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, she should have no problem fucking up Maomao.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much Maomao can do. Like, I'm curious here.
Yeah, so I would kind of like roll my eyes if they were just like, no, we can't touch you because you're useful for this reason. Like, no,
I think that is what's
fuck
gonna
up,
happen. It's like, oh, you're a valuable hostage or something.
right? Uh, ugh.
I don't know. Well, then again, Maomao can get fucked up. She's been fucked up in the show before. Remember, she got like
Right.
punched
Oh
in
yeah,
that one
she
episode.
did get
She got like fucked up.
right. Wasn't like the end of season 1?
Yeah, the guy just like started beating her. So I don't think it's gonna be anything too drastic, but I can see like, for example, her getting punched or slapped really hard or something.
Yeah, just a little bit. Like I think like this is one of the things where it's like it's logical that she should get punished for like
Mm-hmm.
doing all this, and on top of that, she's found like the the secret. Even though at this point, I feel like everyone's gonna find out.
Yeah. Also, I'm sure that she's gonna be thrown in the dungeon. Like, you're like, oh well, we were being nice
Right
to you as our hostage. We didn't really do anything to you, but now you kind of like betrayed our trust. So we're to the dungeon.
to the dungeon. And with that being said, I think that is it for Apothecary Diaries and our weekly reviews and this motherfucking podcast. So Oni, please be a dear and take us out.
Guys, if you enjoyed this week's episode of the White Force Podcast, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you can get every episode as it goes up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. If you'd like, you can even become a channel member or patron and join us for our weekly live watches, where this month we're going to be watching Apothecary Diaries and Fire Force with our patrons. So if that sounds interesting to you, you know what to do. And Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Happy Memorial Day. Enjoy the day off. I will be working, unfortunately, but enjoy the day off. Go barbecue or do whatever the fuck y'all do on this weekend. But yeah.
Yay! Yes, have fun, everybody. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. I know I will. On that note, this has been Sobroni, and
Scooby Doo.
I'll catch y'all later. Later!
Bye.